Hello, Soul Light. It's really wonderful to connect with your soul essence. I really do appreciate our connecting here. I really want to thank all of you that have left such appreciative comments, suggestions, and just so much love through encouragement and inspiration. And I got to tell you, I love hearing how your soul path is unfolding. I love what so many of you are doing. It's very inspiring for me to be a small part of it, to be able to connect with you this way on the soul path. If you do happen to be new to this channel and community, welcome. You're very, very welcome here. I want to give you a heartfelt welcome and say that it is really a gift and an honor to connect with you. So for this reading, we're going to look at the energies of May. What is unfolding in May for you? As always, I do a reading here. If you want to dive deeper and get more detailed, I do the extended on Patreon as well. I will also be doing an alignment and attunement meditation, which you're more than welcome to stay for that, or you can skip ahead to the timestamps. Whatever feels of most benefit and resonance for you. All right, let's get a closer look at the cards. I'm going to hold the cards up. Also, please trust your intuition if you're guided here, whether it's for a message or two. It's not going to always be exact. Even a personal or private reading, you have to bring it into your own empowerment, your own inner knowing. So many of you are just getting the confirmation. You're getting the insight. And don't block the energy. If you feel the inspiration, even if I use a different word than you would use, it's just a word. Connect to the vibe. That's what it's about. Connecting to the energy and the vibe, the soul resonance. And anyway, it's just amazing. It's amazing to connect with all of you. And I just feel so honored, so blessed to be sharing with you in this way. And the connection, some of you, I feel like I already am getting to know you. So that's very cool. All right, let's get to the soul story. So number one is solar upgrade. Now remember, it may or may not be the words. It may be the words, it may not. Trust your intuition beyond the lower mind or ego mind. And you've got Malachite here for your crystal ally. I actually tried to put this crystal here and it just did not. It wanted to go here on Heart of Source. They are alive and they do communicate. And you've got the rose quartz egg. Yeah, it loves being there for some reason. Soul story number 3, Merkaba activation. Merkaba. Oh, Aragonite. And you've got the Aragonite. Soul story number 4, you have Holy Grail. And your crystal ally supporting you in your reading is the Pyrite nugget. All right, soul story number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. I am going to enlarge. I've been playing around with this. Let me know if you like it, if you don't like it, whatever. So that you can tune in vibration to the cards. I'll get a expanded vision and version of the cards for you. Some people have been screenshotting the cards or parts of the reading that really resonate with them, especially if you are a reader or you're tuning in intuitively or psychically. Sometimes that can help. That can act like a vision board for you. It can, you can use it with whatever you're creating, manifesting, focusing on, whatever terminology you like to use. As always, trust your own intuition, inner knowing that you are guided for the highest vibrational expression and experience of this reading. So let's connect in heart to heart, bringing our awareness into the heart-lung area of the body, bringing conscious awareness to the heart-lung area of the body, consciously slowing the breath down, pranayama, breath awareness, breath control, releasing the breath, drawing the breath down to the chakras at the soles of the feet, connecting deep into the earth Star chakra, rooted star chakra. Feel the roots, stability, anchoring in to rise above, to experience and express more on a soul level. Breathing up from the Earth Star chakra into the root chakra, Muladhara, connecting into the base chakra and breathing back down into the Earth Star chakra, reinforcing your connection to the Earth so you're very stable, centered, focused inside. When you're ready, breathing up through the Earth Star chakra, deep into the root, centering there in the root. Feel yourself centered as you breathe upward and out. Connecting into the Soul Star chakra, breathe into the Soul Star chakra, a foot to 2 feet to 3 feet above the crown chakra. Releasing the breath consciously into the heart chakra and breathing up from the heart chakra, extending through the higher self, through the Soul Star chakra, aligning to the soul's vision, attuning to the soul signature frequency. And as you breathe out, connecting in through the heart, feeling the heart energies radiating out into the world, into the earth, into the universe. Breathing back in the healing light energies through the heart chakra. Feeling very grounded yet expanded. If you haven't yet, choose the card. Cards are crystal allies that you feel most drawn to and you feel a resonance to. Hello, Soul Love. Great to connect with you for your reading here. We're going to be looking at the energies of May. Now, May, we are in a 49-4 or 49-13-4 cycle. I do post more about this, the numerology on this on Patreon. You're more than welcome to go there if you want to do a deeper dive. That is free. That is in just a community tier. If you want the video and more information, that's the next tier over. But if you want to touch base into the numerology, you can do that. For some reason, I feel for you, this is a very fruitful month where a lot is moving, a lot is happening, moving you forward in some way, or you're extending out into the world more, you're extending out more with your energy. Now, what's interesting, you've got solar light upgrade, and solar plexus, yeah, I knew, solar plexus, inner fire, willpower. So something shifted. You're going to be more focused on yourself in May. Get a little closer here to the cards. Some of you may have been kind of in a little bit of a people-pleasing or feeling like you're held back from circumstances or situations. I do feel there is a lot of activation in the sacral chakra and in the solar plexus. So there is something about creating your world, maybe a bigger vision, a better vision. A lot of you are going to be feeling better. You're going to have more energy, more self-regard, more self-focus, willpower coming in. So you're going to have the will to do what you need to do, which is telling me that this May is a lot about something shifting energetically. You're going to have, and I don't mean just the energetic body, the subtle body, I mean the energy of you, the vitality, the motivation, the willpower, the energy. Some of you could have been a bit, exhausted. There's something you're wanting to reach out to do or to create, or just be more present or more active in your world. For some of you, it's just getting out there more, whatever that means. The changes that are coming for you, I do feel are quite deep, especially because you have Malachite here. And Malachite has to do with deep changes. Also has to do with heart healing, getting to the heart of the matter, and also something cleansing or clearing within the heart or heart chakra. So some of you could be getting over grief. I am hearing that something was holding you back. Something wasn't quite done or wasn't quite finished, or you didn't have the energy or the focus or the means or the disruption I'm hearing. It was a little bit
fuzzy or gray. They're going to be confusion. I'm getting a lot of light energy coming in. So there is something about being more, not just focused, but clear about what it is you need and or want to do. So there's some level of clarity that is coming in for you. Let's put this here so you can see. Solar upgrade, yeah. Solar light. May is all about you. It's about you and what you want to do. There's some new, maybe even vision that's coming in, or something that you didn't think was possible. I'm getting those two cards. Something you didn't think was possible is coming back around. Something is coming back around. Now look at this, solar calm. Now we have been having a lot of solar and clarify. Yeah, see, something's coming back around. You're getting much more clarity. It's bringing more calm or peace of mind. 16 here. This is Tower. This is some intervention from spirit is what I'm getting. You're having some kind of intervention from spirit. This is not just on your own volition or willpower. Even though it does say willpower, I feel some intervention is happening in May that you do have the willpower. It could be through inspiration. Someone could motivate you. But most likely it has to do with some form of inspiration that moves you into inspired action. Some of you, it's aligning the lower will into the higher will. I really want to put this here because I want you to be able to see that. Solar upgrade, solar light. There, can you see that? Yeah. Some of you are traveling someplace also with the sun. Be outdoor. Now look at this. Act. Aries. That's what I'm feeling. It's like the clarity you find. You're getting the May brings the clarity for you to act on something. Is it a goal, a desire, something that you need to do? Okay, and you've got Mars. Look at this motion. See, this is it. Mars, Aries. Aries, co-ruler of Mars. First, if you have been saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm going to do this," or "What should I focus on?" You're going to know what to do. And there is the mystery, the 8th house. Some of you, this has to do with money or something with resources, strength. 13-4. So this energy is aligning with the collective energy of May. All right, let me connect in. I'm getting a lot of inner work, maybe a lot of shadow work. Again, a lot of healing energy, focus on the 2nd chakra and on the 3rd chakra. So something's going to be opening up. I see it here with your truth, speaking your truth, and also expressing more from the truth or moving into a better mode of expression for you. There's something about expressing. You now have the strength to move forward. And again, this could be fortitude, this could be vitality, this could be energy levels. You could have been held back because you didn't know which direction to go in. So this is also having the right direction, the right motivation now, the right insight, the clarity. May for you is going to be a lot about follow through, about action, things that you have been stuck or felt stagnant on that you weren't able to do, or you didn't have the funds. Let's see what else comes through. May have been the funds. You didn't have the funds. You didn't have the means to do something. Now it's interesting. I don't, even though you have Aries there and Mars, I don't get a overactive time period. I don't get jittery energy. I get, some of you could be very calm or very focused on what it is that you're doing. You know that you need to do or want to do. And it's not, the thing I heard is it's not manic. Okay, there we go. Healing. Pause to receive. But this is, I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing. Now, you could be in the healing arts or healing field. I more feel that some of you have been really healing that second and third chakra, maybe healing the subtle energy. Maybe you do acupuncture, Reiki. Maybe you're giving that out, and so that's shifting you. Or some of you are receiving that. Now, if not, you're going to have the opportunity to do that in May, and I feel like it is a very good thing for you to do. Now, this card also wanted to come out. I wasn't going to take it, but to me, the bee, joy and happiness, and yellow, again, it's connecting in there. So there's a lot of mental clarity and direction. This is the month to put the plans in action. This is about taking action. So make sure that the plans, oh gosh, sorry about that. Make sure that the plans that you have a viable action, that you're able to take action. So the one message I'm getting is don't make the plans so big that you're like, oh, I can never get to that, or I'm not going to have the time to do it. You're going to have to cut things down to chunks. See what I'm saying? You got to cut things down to size. You got to make things more manageable. And that also has to do with the solar plexus, because there's only so much you can do. And if you're over criticizing yourself with what you're doing, that's not going to be a good thing. Okay? That's not going to be supportive. A lot of joy, a lot of happiness. There's a lot of movement over difficult situations. You're going to have the energy of the time. There might be some difficult conversations, but they go well. The Chariot, right under Act. Queen of Wands, Strength, Two of Cups, and the Fool. Okay, so do we see that here? We've got Strength twice. It's a dignified energy. So we have Cancer here, Leo. We have Uranus here. So there may be something for you with that Jupiter conjunct Uranus and Taurus. But things are moving. Expect cooperation from the universe. That's the other thing that I'm hearing. Expect cooperation with others in your environment. Some of you, this is overcoming trouble in some type of relationship. Could be a misunderstanding that is overcome. You're getting, again, clear sight, clear vision. A lot of the clairvoyant, the ability to see the bigger picture is going to get you through in May. It's going to get you through if there's any differences of opinions. It's going to get you through any projects or focus that you have. If you're looking at the astrology, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. I feel this is your energy right here. This is telling me that you have the strength, you have the fortitude, you have the energy, the dynamism, the vitality to get things done. May is about movement for you. To some degree, it's about a breakthrough. Changes are now possible in May. The changes that you have been wanting to make are now possible. And you're seeing the direction that you're going. That's a biggie for you. You're starting to see the direction. I almost want to say light at the end of the tunnel. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're getting the message to move forward. Now, for some of you, there's some things that come out for May a little bit out of the blue. Now, whether this is a person or a situation bounces back. I just heard boomerang. It's like a boomerang. Something bounces back or comes back for you to look at. But honestly, if you have been having trouble getting motivated or getting something going in your life, the motivation is there, especially with the gift of Malachite. This is the gift of movement and being able to feel the right movement to do, the right moves to do, because you're connecting to your heart. You're connecting to the vibe of a situation or timing. I'm also hearing to tell you, trust the timing of things. Don't just act to act. It's almost like you're getting this this vision, this clairvoyant message. Some of you, it could be clairsentient. You could also feel it. Clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, where you're seeing it, or you're hearing now, call now, act now. Oh, it's also because your higher self doesn't want you burning out or taxing your energy. So even though there's more to do, you are not to tax your energy. You're not to get burned out. Now, I do see healing guides here. So this could be something, if you resonate with that you are getting healing work, whether consciously on this dimension, in the earth plane, whether you're going to a practitioner or doing it yourself, or this is in the astral realm. So there's a lot clearing up for you in the astral. The astral body corresponds to our endocrine system, our hormones, and our emotional body. So I would just say a lot moves forward for you. Okay, catharsis, not always the point, but the outcome. And that is Malachite. So you are in a catharsis. You are going through some kind of cathartic, something's happening. I just heard poked. So there is this catharsis that's happening, something cathartic with that Fool. Because this Fool to me feels a little towery. Didn't you have 16 somewhere? Yeah, the solar calm, but you're ready for it. Someone catapulting in your life, out of your life, you catapulting into something or getting an idea, following through. And then whatever it is that you're following through on, it has more meaning than you know. There's more that's going to come of it. There's more that's coming of this opening or this situation than what you suspect, what you know now. And that's also the mystery here. Wow, I just saw Pertho coming through. Yeah, plan to move is what I'm getting. Plan, and I just as I look at that, wow, this is perfect. I wanted 3 cards, and we've got Wunjo, which is joy and harmony, and you've got joy there. So some of you, this is about a move, and you're going to be moving. And then you've got the waning crescent, surrender. But it was reversed, and I'm going to take that because what I get with that is it's time not to just let things happen. It's time to take action. And then we've got trust and partnership. And then you've got the 2 of Cups. So whether this is connecting to your own higher self and feeling in partnership with the divine, with spirit, with God, your higher self, however you want to term it, with your soul or another person or a particular situation, may things move. Whatever is stuck or stagnant moves. You are in a catharsis. You have been in this deep transformative process subconsciously. Some of you may have not even told anybody about it. You've kind of been going, on your own with it. And now the payoff starts. All right, so let's just get a little astro dicey. Last message. Oh, 8th house again. Look at that. 8th house. The mystery. And then you've got Mercury. Yeah, your guides want to talk to you. So those of you, if you work with guides in Gemini, Mercury and Gemini in the 8th house, this is about getting to the deeper part of you. That's the communication that's coming in, that's helping you to move forward, is that psychic self, the soul. A lot of you are going to be doing something with the occult. Maybe you're doing it now. Maybe it's the readings, or you do your own readings, or astrology, something. But use that part of you. Use the psychic part of you, the soul, the higher self. Use the spirit realm. Use that part of you. Really connect in May to that part of you, because that part of you holds the answer, holds the key, and can give you the advice, the nudge, the guidance as when is the right time for something, or are you in the right timing for something. This could be a new approach for you as well. All right, Radiant Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra to support you on your path is: Oh, I move forward beyond what I used to believe. That's the upgrade. You're moving beyond what you thought was possible or what you used to believe. Wow, let me know in the comments how this resonates for you. I would say just name it and claim it, but if you want to put an emoji, maybe a star, a sun, a bee, whatever you're resonating with most to connect to this reading. Now, if you want to go deeper and more detailed, you can connect with me on Patreon. The link is in the description box and pinned comments. Love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. If you chose Soul Story number 2, this is your reading. I am hearing Soul Story number 1 has some messages for you, which is interesting because I wanted to have the crystals in a different position. I wanted this on 1, but it didn't want to go there. Heart of Source. Now, I don't always read what's on the cards, or what I call the guide cards. This is about love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. And for some reason, I'm feeling a connection or a bit with overlap with Soul Story number 1. Because I am getting with you deep healing, transformative healing on a heart, soul level, even with perhaps inner child healing or letting your inner child come out and play. Spirit is saying there is some new growth or new ability. There's something that is very in the early stages with you, and not to push it, not to rush it. Feel and see yourself centered as the light, and all these different rays here are things that you do in your life, how you express, how you experience, but you're in the center, very balanced. So as your world more greatly changes, it's really important for you to nurture, to take care. There's I feel like the reason there's an egg here is because there's something new that is about to hatch or be birthed. For some, I'm hearing launched. That's putting you more in the center of your life and world, and the center of something that you're doing. You're coming out somehow. But it's very, I almost want to say just tippy toe. It's not like boom, here I am. There's a slow roll. Something's happening slowly. It might be so slow that you're not seeing the change, or how things are turning around, or how things are coming about. It could be a slow change. But the change is happening. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're focused on, the message is that the change is happening. There is change for you. You are changing. There is something that's changing in your life where it might be almost imperceptible, but it's happening. You're drawing something to, see, transit. I love this card because for me, 5510, it's a new direction. It's birth of something. I feel like this birth is really about you, and this is very similar. Look at this color here, the coloration here as to here. So this May, you're going to really understand the cycle that you've been in, the cycle that you've been through. What will be very helpful for you in May is to not only honor the cycle that you're in right now and start understanding the cycles, like how you manifest, how you go within, whatever it is, whether it's a daily cycle, really get in touch with your biorhythms, or your biorhythm, the rhythm that you best do things with, because that's going to really support you. And look back in your past here, look back in other situations to see how you move through cycles, what your cycle is like. Right? You might feel like you're not in right timing, or you're losing time, but you're in divine time. You're in your own timing here. Right? And you will get the message you need. You'll get what you need. It might sometimes feel at the last moment, but you will get what you need to move through or move on or to feel better in the particular cycle you're in. But the Spirit wants you to really look at cycles, spirals, circles, cycles of time, how things manifest through cycles of timing, through synchronicity, that you can trace everything back to a particular cycle. First house, the arrival. Yeah, symbiosis. Give and take, cycles in relationships, seventh house. Your relationships are changing. Now, I have to say there's a few messages here that some may apply to someone, some may not, and take it as it will. Some of you are coming out of some kind of funk, not a good funk. I don't know what you want to, like, I just feel like, I don't know if it's lethargy. I don't know. It's like not much zip or zeal for life, or a relationship hasn't had much zip or zeal. You're having to think more about yourself. The balance for you is the first and seventh house. So you could have Aries on the, ascendant, or you could have Libra on the ascendant. There's something about balancing yourself with other people. Now, for some of you, this is going to be very close relationships. Some of you, this is customers, clients, the outer world. Your message right now is your higher self which is you, is orchestrating some kind of cyclical shift that has you relating to the world differently, and therefore different outcomes are coming in. So some of you might feel like, oh my God, I'm being more selfish, or I really have to focus more on me or my time, myself. Some of you may be saying, okay, it's time for relationship again. Symbiosis, the difference is this is about relationships that are synergistic, because you're seeing energetically how people, whoever's in your life, they are connecting with you subconsciously. They are pulling on you. Some people pull more than others. It's okay to have a little pull here and there, but if you're feeling constantly pulled off your path or in a different direction, or you're feeling like you're getting energy drained, then you have to adjust the amount of time you spend in that situation, that person, that circumstance, that job, that creative aspect. You are opening up to relationships that are better for you. And that's also the heart healing I feel that's happening for you on a very, very tender level, is this heart healing. I just heard heart math. So you may work with heart math. A lot to do, heart of source, but a lot to do with technology with the heart. Now, this could be certain foods, certain supplements. This could be computer or certain technology, anything that has to do with technology is coming in for you that's helpful. So you are moving into a time in May where you're going to feel, again, there's a little bit of crossover, but in a very different way with soul story number 1. I feel Spirit sending you the right person or the right people to help you, to support you in your endeavors. And some people are really going to want to help you because they see what you're doing and that you're doing a great job. This could be someone also in if you're working corporate, in a corporate situation, that you get a better assistant, or there's a better colleague that sees what you do. A lot of you have been like doing too much, or you've been doing 5 or 6 tasks, or things. I don't know, you're balancing a lot, but now it's about other people being able to help you. This is just showing me also that the change for you that's coming in May, that's, I feel, very powerful by the energy I'm picking up here and the messages I'm receiving. is honestly better people, better friendship, or people, maybe they took you for granted somehow, or you didn't realize, oh, I do want more, or I need more, or there's a clarity for you, but it's revealed through the psychic. I don't feel it, the psyche. I don't feel like it's a heady kind of thing around you. I don't feel that it comes from you thinking a lot. This really seems to be that your energy is changing. In fact, maybe at this reading, you're going to, contemplate and go, oh, yeah, she was right. This is, I am different, or I have different needs now, or I've changed. See, this unconditional acceptance, I feel, is the acceptance of you, of people, of circumstances. It brings you peace, brings you nice serenity, but it also brings you awareness of, hey, certain people kind of drain me. Oh, certain people require more than I can give right now. You're going to be getting in May much more in touch with what you really need in life, what is supportive of you. This is all about soul support. This is all about an amazing inner union that brings more support for you on your path. Soul support. That's why I have on Patreon soul support, soul path tools. We all need support, and you're going to need more support with whatever is coming up for you. You're going to have to open up to more support. That's kind of a learning lesson for you, is to be able to have more support, to let others carry the load, or just to not to have to do it all on your own. Yeah, this is a time of increased connection in relationships. This is all about increasing connection, commitment. It'll be interesting to see what comes up when we do the tarot. Okay, what is this card? Who are authentic self? That's the compassion. That's the unconditional love. You're connecting in with yourself, like, this is what I need. 4610, this is a new part of you. I can hear someone saying, wow, I didn't know I needed that, or I didn't know I was going in this direction, or I didn't know this is what I wanted. I didn't know this was what I needed to do. If we're truly in our soul's unfolding, we're really connecting with the new emerging consciousness, and we don't know ourselves totally. That the part of what we're doing on earth is getting to know ourselves. It's knowing God through us as us, or source energies, or God, the all that is. So we learn things about ourselves, or new hobbies, new interests. I've had clients that I have picked up psychically, like, oh my God, you're an amazing painter. You're going to be painting, or you're going to be singing. You're going to be doing ceramics, and oh, I don't do any of that. I'm not artistic at all. And then 6 months, 8 months later, I see them posting all this stuff, and they're like, oh my God, I am artistic. I just felt like I should do this and try this. And they're like, their art I'm thinking of one person in particular, their art is like what could be in, a gallery. So, shine on the beacon of light. I'm hearing that you are valuable. Whatever you do is of great value. You're going to see your value. And it's from the heart. There's a deep appreciation for what you have, what you do, what you share, what you put out in the world, how you are you. And you're willing to share that with people. You're willing to share that in the world. You're willing to share. You want to shine, and you want to share more. You want to do more. You want to create more. But first comes this deep appreciation and this deep knowing. And this deep appreciation and this deep knowing, I just heard, is what opens the doors for you. There's something about the doors are now opening. And we've got indigo. Yeah, see that? Mystery and mastery of life. I think Soul Story number 1 got something about the mystery. Indigo. So what you think, perceive as odd, or sometimes people don't understand, is your gift, is fruitfulness for you. I'm going to take one more card with that. So your gifts, or whatever you, perhaps I'm hearing for some that you felt odd or different growing up, because you're meant to be you. You're meant to shine. Those of you that work, are thinking of doing more of a spiritually based business, or integrating, working with people, helping people in the time of transformation, this keeps coming up. Yeah, I got to take this too, because these are every time I shuffle, those cards come up, and now they're, yeah, look at this. Wake up call. Listen and take note. You are part of the awakening. You're coming into your own awakening. But also what I get with this is you're helping awaken others, or you're awakening to the true you, your true calling. There's awakening to your true calling and the work that you really want to do. Yeah, dimensional doorway, an invitation, dimensional gateway. There it is, transformation, light and dark. Whether the shadow work you did, the healing work, working through grief, through not feeling connected to people. And then we move into relationships, love, harmony. A lot of you are preparing, or you've been going into a deeper type of connection, more intimacy in your relationships, whether it's customers, clients, or you're making things for people, or if it's personal, private relationships, that could be that as well. I'm going to put this way. That's that heart opening. You're ready for relationship. No doubt about it. You are ready for relationship. Now, those of you that are in a relationship, you're going to be going to a new level. There's a lot more heart connecting intimacy. There's going to be a quiet, calm, joy, serenity. There's more peace within you, peace within your relationships. I just heard some tantra, yoga, deep healing. There's a deep healing that is taking place, or has taken place. It's heart healing, healing grief. So there's also betrayal that gets cleared up also, is what I'm being shown. So if you felt that there's some kind of betrayal, or you felt betrayed, or you've been healing past betrayal, that is also healing. All right, let's look at tarot here. This is a cycle. You've been in a cycle of healing, cycle of purging, releasing. The heaviness in the heart is lifting. You have a deeper appreciation of your gifts, your talents. It's time to use those gifts and talents. If you're coming here asking that, should I start this? Should I do this? Yes. 9 of Wands. Temperance. There's the wake-up call. Again, a lot of to do with cleansing, clearing, shadow work. But some of you, the shadow work is embracing your spiritual side, your awareness, your psychic ability, your intuition, your love of all things, in the occult, basically. Whatever it is that you do that you haven't quite accepted, it's going to be different for different people. You're accepting that part of you now. This could be your time, your timing, the way you do things, how you do things. Whatever it is, that acceptance is moving you in a better direction in your life of actually not only, it's not all positive, but you're more optimistic. You're more hopeful. Not in a way that you're not looking at downfall or pitfalls or what's not great or what you have to journey to. Knight of Swords. But it's almost like you're going to be seeing the glass half full more. Knight of Wands. Look at that. Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords. And then we move into 10 of Wands. So something in the cycle is causing Again, there's going to be more to do, more to share, more to do. There's more happening in your life than what you planned on. May brings a shift that I feel like it's in a way like a wish comes true, but it brings, look at that, the new direction. So let's put this here because I feel like there's a lot of work. Let's look at this here. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and 4 of Wands. So you're completing something. Some of you are completing something to share, put out in the world. This masterpiece could be you, the arrival. It could be a launch, something that you're putting out there more in the world. Or some of you, it's a relationship. It could be a marriage. You could be going in a new direction. You've got the Lovers and the Magician. So all I'm going to say is whether this work, and then 8 of Pentacles, whether this work is on yourself, in your life, on your goals, your private goals, your body, your mind, your health, your healing, that it does pay off. Spirit wants you to know that you are in the middle of the cycle. There's still more to do. Now, where I feel is you, this centering point here, you have the Lovers and the Magician. So intuition, this could also have to do with a relationship because you have 7th house here, relationship, Gemini energy here, and then you've got Virgo, Gemini here. Sagittarius, if that helps you. I just heard we're moving on or we're moving forward. So some of you are getting the go ahead. Yes, go ahead with this. We have the money for it. Let's do it. We've been budgeting. So May gives you the go ahead. Go beyond where you were. But you're getting also the support, the people to support you. But there's a lot to do in May. There's a lot of work. Inner and outer work. But you're able to do it. You're getting things going. You have the idea, you're getting the ideas, you're getting the solutions, and you're doing it. You're moving forward. You're getting the idea and moving forward. So this is also about ideas coming in. This is not just about, there's a lot about problem solving, creative solutions in May. Okay, let's see the runes. Force, defense, Thuraz, but this is having to move forward. So look at here. We've got the 9, 10 of Wands. You have the strength to carry things through. A lot of you are going to be completing projects or launching something, completing something and putting it out in the world, or completing and moving to a next level. Birth, Berkana. I feel that's in this movement here. There's something about moving forward, a breakthrough. Now, if you have wanting to get pregnant, you're probably going to find out in May that you are pregnant. Now, is this pregnant with yourself, or pregnant with an idea, a birth of something that you want to do? Celebration, yes. Soul story number 2, celebrate your wins. Celebrate your accomplishments. Validate yourself. Give yourself help, self-hugs. Let other people hug you. Let other people celebrate you, how far you've come. But I feel May, there's some celebration. A birth, something you put out in the world, a launch, a breakthrough. This breakthrough gets you in a new direction. And I'm also hearing trust the process. Trust the process. You need to trust your path and trust the process. Rome was not built in a day. Trust the process. You've been building. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, look at this. Creative ghosts. Don't let the should have haunt you. Use it to move you forward and away from your past. That is here. We're going to put that right here. This is the movement. All those heartbreaks, heartaches. You're moving past the hurt, the betrayal, the disappointment. In May, you're going to feel an energy shift like, wow, that doesn't bother me anymore. I don't think about that as much, or I don't think about that anymore. Okay, let's get a spin of the astro dice, a message from Spirit. Oh yeah, 5th house, Mercury. Wow, look at that, Mercury in Gemini. I'm telling you, soul story number 1, if you felt a resonance between 1 and 2, I would look at it. 5th house, this is birth. Launching something, could be on the internet, through online, website, a business. You know, I heard something to do with selling something, or Shopify, or whatever it is. It comes through. Make sure, please, promise me you'll celebrate yourself. You'll celebrate your accomplishments. That's what Spirit wants you so much to do. And it's releasing all this grief and disappointment. It's like you're taking all of that energy and creating with it now. All right, so Light, if you want to dive deeper, check out my Patreon link. And there's so much more than just extended there, but there is that as well. All right, Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, I celebrate my wins and breakthroughs. I move upward and outward in my life with inspiration and inspired action. Yes. All right, Radiant Soul, talk to you again. Lots of love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. Great to connect with you. All right, this is Soul Story number 3. And I heard Manifestation May. I think you're going to get a lot done by what I'm being given visually, the visions that I'm seeing, as well as the energy. There's a lot picking up for you. If you have felt held back, lethargic, that's shifting. A lot of you are also feeling maybe a bit of, this is it. Either I'm not going to take it anymore, or I can't do this anymore, or this is it. This is my time. I'm getting this done. I'm moving forward. There's a lot of active energy. Let's see what you've got here card-wise. Well, you've got Aragonite as the wonderful crystal ally. Aragonite is good for transforming anger, channeling it, or any stuck states, irritation, anger, frustration, and getting things done. It's a lot about getting things done, though. Highly creative time for you. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of to-dos. There's a lot to get done in May. I don't know, just a lot, maybe a lot has piled up. There could be a lot that is piled up that you need to get through. And you've got Merkaba activation. Transcendence, ascension, you're rising up. May you're rising up in status, but you're rising up literally. You're rising earlier. You're rising earlier in the morning. You're rising up to get things done. You're rising up. You're speaking up. A lot of you are going to be getting up earlier. A lot of you are going to be doing extra something on the weekend. There's something extra that you're going to be doing. Now, I am also getting the message that take your temperature, take the temperature of this. Know when to say something. Now, some of you are going to be around people that may not have as much energy happening. So you are getting an activation energetically. It is going to manifest also through the physical body. There could be a little bit of anxiety or irritation, frustration to get things done. But you're going to find by physical activity or getting something done, you're going to feel a lot better. It's going to be interesting to see what else comes through for you. Ooh, that was interesting. That was my little carnelian ball that just fell. All right, get it done and get it over with. That's what I'm hearing. Tasks, to-dos, moving. I'm seeing a moving van. Somebody has a piano. You're moving a piano. I'm getting a lot to do with moving, furniture moving. The activation is also around in your environment. I'm also being shown some work either done on your home or house or building or near you. There's work done on the street or work done in the neighborhood. I'm getting a lot of construction around also. So there could be a little bit to navigate physically in your physical environment, in your neighborhood, your community, navigating through the community. The message I'm also hearing to share with you is that there's a high voltage activity, high volatile. Some things could be very volatile. Now, I'm getting volatility is just a lot going on, and you're going to have to navigate. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know who that's for, but there's a lot about having to navigate. Okay, we've got second house resources. And you've got the 11th house community. Now, I was saying neighborhood. Now, this could be navigating a situation in a online community, or this could be your community as your neighborhood or your environment. I want to say I see a lot with neighborhood, community, coming and going. There could be a lot of construction on the road. There could be something going on in the neighborhood, changes in the neighborhood. There's something changing, and you're going to have to navigate it. That's what I'm hearing and I am seeing. Some of it's driving, some of it is literally with communication of how you say something. Like, choose your words carefully, okay? You're going to be operating at a higher speed. I feel like there's a lot of clarity and insight. Really, I'm getting insight. There's a lot of insight that you're getting. You could be a channeler. You could be receiving information or downloads. You could have been doing a lot of other dimensional healing work, working with guides. I'm getting also starseed group, starseed mentor. You could have been putting a lot of time in, and now you're ascending out of the extremes of polarity. Something is gaining traction. It's not just movement, it's traction. There's a level of traction that's coming in. You need to ground the energy this month. There we are, Mars. Look at that. And then you've got abundance, Jupiter energy. So this is definitely a month of expansion and activation for you. That's very clear by the cards and the energy that I'm getting. I feel like this is not even going to be that long of a reading. I feel like this is like, it's more about the energy to move, to motivate, to get things done. You're going to have more to do this month. There's more on your plate, but you can handle it. Because those cards just wanted to pop right out. Let's see what those are. Third house. What was I saying? Third house is neighborhood and communication. Now, this could be, and seventh house relationship, this could be a lot of people wanting to connect with you, communicate with you. Where have you been? What are you doing? This could be people wanting to collaborate with you. But because this is a doorway, this is an opening of rising up in your life, up leveling. This is not just an upgrade. It's literally, you're rising above anything that's petty that has to do with communication. Also, this could, for some of you, I don't know if it's in May, but you may decide to write something or put your music or something online. 41.5, it's also about a lot of creativity. Whatever you're doing is bringing a new level of financial abundance. You're going to have money to put aside. Now, even if it's not in May, you're going to see how things are building, that you are moving more into an abundant mindset. I feel part of the rising up for you is the mindset of living abundantly. Like, you're getting comfortable with increase in work, increase with connecting with people. There is something about branching out into another community or widening your community, widening your reach. There's something about expansion of your reach, expansion of what you share with the world. You're preparing for an opportunity to show what you can do with your gifts, your talents, your abilities. You are lining up to this opportunity. Some of you, it's a business deal. Some of you, it is your own idea, and you're going to be supported. And that, I don't know if it's donation, I don't know if it's sponsorship, I don't know if it's grant. It could be all of that, all of the above. But I really want you to look at up here. What is going on here? This is an Aragonite. I mean, this is about getting to it, getting it done. This is channeling energy to use, to create, to move forward, to build something. And you've got the second house is what you came out here, resources. It's seeing yourself as a resource, but I'm seeing that things in, let's put that on top of the pyrite to really charge that. Plan for increase financially this month. Or look at your environment, look at the people around you, and see everything as what is in your life as a resource, as a sense of support. That's going to help you tap into this abundance mindset, this Jupiterian mindset. Now, the end of May, Jupiter goes into Sagittarius, right? And no, sorry, Gemini. I'm just thinking, why am I thinking Sagittarius? Oh, third house. Yeah, so somehow that's going to, Jupiter is going to go into Gemini end of May. Might be May 25th. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But there's something about you reaching more people, either online or through publication, broadcast, publicizing. Some of you, this is like a town hall or like meetings or meetups. You're going to be organizing something. And I feel, for you, I feel very, very good about Jupiter going into Gemini. Somehow it triggers, for some of you, Sagittarius in your chart, something in Sag. There's a triggering there. So I don't know if it's like your third house is activated, so then the ninth house is activated, or your Gemini is activated and the opposite sign is Sagittarius, and that could be in a very favorable, could be aspected very favorably. But I feel like there's something, for some of you, there could be publishing deal, or something you write or you put out there goes viral, or it gets a lot of notice, or someone says, hey, you should think about writing something. Have you ever thought about publishing? Have you ever thought, some of you, this could be podcasts even. It's about something in circulation or videoing, using your talents, your abilities. You're going to go back in your past and bringing a resource, bringing an ability forward that starts gaining traction and brings you quite a bit of money. So if you can see here, 40, the second house, 40 is what you have already. It's within your foundation. Think of the Emperor. You've got a 0 there, the 4, and then a 0 for openings or opportunities. You're going to see you are your own ticket. You have what it takes to do what you want to do. Not just what you need to do, but what you want to do. You're right on target. Some of you have been really working on something and now you're zoning in on it. You're seeing, wow, there's a payoff. You need to focus on your finances. Not just resources also, as far as people, opportunities, where you live. How can you see everything you have as a resource and an opportunity? Look at the way that where you are, what you're doing, is supporting your ultimate path, however little or small. Once you start doing this, you're going to start seeing that you have more. In other words, start where you are. You have more than you realize. That's what Spirit wants you to know. You have more than what you realize. Now, if you have been feeling like, oh, I don't have enough, or income has been down, it's building up. You're moving back into wholeness financially. Some of you, it could be the body also, wholeness. Focus on wholeness, wellness, holistic healing, eating better. Really see yourself as this amazing resource. It's like somebody having a Stradivarius, a violin, or some great instrument, a Gibson guitar, right? Or an amazing computer that has all the apps for you to do all that you do, Whatever it is, you have to see that right now as part of the whole in the big picture. But it's like, I'm also hearing sacred. It's something sacred to you. It's something important to you. it's like a DJ with their mixer, or maybe for some it's your it's your tarot cards, it's your library of books, your library of music, is it your library of tarot? You see what I'm saying? This is about the totality of something that you have that is supporting you, but also is important to you and what you do. You're going to start looking at that yourself and that differently in your life. I heard grow that garden, community garden. There could be something also with gardening or community gardening or giving back or some kind of humanitarian effort. I am seeing down the road, there's something also with a, like an LLC or charitable organization that you may donate your time to or that you may start. There's also a start of an elevation of the type of people that not only that you're drawing in, but that you surround yourself or that you're around. There is a chance meeting within your community. Some of you, this is a meeting like to discuss working together or some kind of project or collaboration. Some of you, there is a chance meeting that goes very beneficial for you. I don't know how else to say it. It's a very beneficial meeting. And you may meet up in a cafe, a pub, something community-based. Some of you, it could be a park. But I do feel there's a connection. There is going to be some kind of mashup, liaison, some kind of partnering up here in a way that you're able to strategize something to move forward on your life. Yeah, the strategizing, the planning, the strategizing, it's time now to do it. See, I think there's two people. There's a partnering up with someone. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then we've got Libra, right? Gemini and Aquarius energy. There is help, there is assistance there with this individual. Either they give you an idea, they partner with you. There's some kind of offer. I think I'm getting psychically a work offer that raises you up. It's either more money than you're making now, or I keep getting guided though by a lot of the higher selves and spirit saying, look, it could be just, this is a better opportunity to meet more people, or this is going to be advantageous to you, or the people you're going to meet, or I'm going to set you up, whether I want to introduce you to, they're the ones that are giving you the job or the leg up, or letting you rise above. This person has a lot of connections. They could also be very business minded. Now, this is also, I'm going to read a couple ways here. These are two different people, but I also feel this is also you, and this is why you're attracting this person. May is about you thinking more about publication, circulation, broadcasting, speaking your message, your truth, letting people know, hey, I'm here, this is what I do. And it's almost like you've been hiding away, and now you're saying, hey, I'm back, or this is what I do, or hey, this is me. So something you've been planning that people didn't know. You've been either holding back on something, or you've been planning or putting something in motion that has to do with, again, fertility, with the bunny there. That has to do with abundance and fertility. And this tells me that the changes that are coming up for you might be kind of slow right now, or more even or paced, but they are going to pick up. So you in your future have some kind of exponential leap, as I like to say. And I do feel it comes from a person, or a person that opens a door or an opportunity. Whether it's an introduction, referral, or hey, why don't you do this? Or why don't you join me here? And then something there is an offer. There's an offer that takes you to a next level, that raises you up from where you are now.
and what you're doing. Look at that sun. Beautiful. Look at the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Cups. Two of Pentacles. I love that. Four of Wands. Okay, I am going to take this. I'm going to move this over because the message I'm getting is something that's completing on a lower level or foundational level. You're creating your own opportunity or abundance, but yet you're going to be at the right place at the right time. Now, part of this is because you've had a mindset shift. There's something that has shifted within you mentally that is starting to align certain opportunities for you. So you're moving into more of an alignment. May for you is a lot about alignment. You're aligning to these other opportunities. You're aligning to your own next level. You're connecting into a more aligned version of you. This version of you is more aligned to the bigger picture. It's aligned to, you could even say, I hate to say better version of you, but I want to say more a soul aligned, or more a person that is willing to take a risk or a chance on themselves. Okay? So you might have been going kind of slow. A lot of people may have wondered, what are they doing? You know, or why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? But you're about, you know, I just heard for some of you, you're about to prove them wrong, whatever that means. So we have the sun here, Leo energy, and we have Virgo, Gemini energy here, right? Now, why is this here under relationships? Because you have been let down by certain people and certain relationships. There's disappointment there. And I feel like you're cutting through with this Aragonite energy. You're cutting through the disappointment in partnerships, in collaboration, in expectations that didn't happen, whether they're an expectation of a job, a person, a significant other, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a friend, a colleague, someone in a community, just for some of you, humanity in general. And so you're learning to kind of, despite what happened in the past, to move forward. And that is propelling you in a new direction where you're now able to trust again, hope again, and also it's opening you up to increase or abundance. So it's a very interesting thing on the earth game is the human part of us, right? Not the soul, spirit, or galactic part, or starseed part, but the human. And we're meant to experience this. Is after we've had quite a lot of disappointment, or big enough disappointment, it's not only hard to move forward, it's hard to trust, and it's hard to get motivated. So you're coming out of something that's motivating you again, and it's like a rising tide. The energy is picking up, and therefore things are picking up in your life. Okay, so there is something there about the energy picking up is helping things pick up in your life as well. So know that whatever you're doing, however things seem to be picking up, the reason that they're picking up is because they're picking up within you. It's within you that this is happening. Perfect. It's not outside you. It's kind of like as above, as below, as within, as without. Now, if you're entrepreneurial or creative, this is a wonderful time to put yourself out there more, your projects, your creations, whatever it is that you've been working on, planting the seeds are starting to sprout and bloom. There's blooming and blossoming. And part of you is looking back, but you're about to turn around. I feel like you've been looking back, but you're about to turn around. See that she's facing outward. And that's also either going to bring someone back in your life to reconnect with, to be supportive, maybe work some stuff out, or this is someone new. I just feel like I want to say that old phase is over, whatever that means to you. Let's get messages for soul story number 3 here. That old phase
Yeah, there's been disappointment from people and relationship. Yeah, look what you're coming out of. Need. Nath is need, necessity. This is not an easy place to come out of. Restriction, constriction, focusing only on the necessities, not having enough. Now, whether someone says that that's true or that's your perception, it doesn't matter. That's what you were experiencing. And some of you, it's been emotional needs not being met. Some of you, it's been financial needs not being met. Hang in there because things are about to shift. You're about to rise above. Whatever was constricted or restricted. Oh, look at this. Perfect. I'm going to take this too because it came out. Yeah, the unknowable. Weird. Weird in the Norse language has to do with fate. And the term that we have, in, in the United States, English, weird, oh, that's weird, actually means that's fated, that's unique. So this has been part of your fate, whatever you've been going through. And some of you have felt a little weird, like, oh, I don't really fit in, or what, I don't know. I'm marching to a different drummer, kind of, different drum beat. But look at it, shows protection, algas. This is you paying attention. It's coming right under here. This is the rustling in the wind. In the story of algas, it's like the rustling, and the deer hears the rustling of the hunters. Do not miss an opportunity by focusing too much in the past or lack or what somebody did to you. Rise again, rise again. Here we have it, tear, courage, justice. Your hard work is about to pay off. This is positive, or life-enhancing karma. This is the ability to move forward, to travel, to have the money for what you need and want. It either is a big chunk of it in May or it starts in May. Okay, let's look at. So it's like, I get it, we get held back or we go through certain situations and it's hard to get going or motivated. There can be grief, there could be loss, there could be, a death. Not only yourself, that you're changing, or people around you, or someone leaves your life, divorce, separation, death, moving on, crossing over. And it's like starting over again. In some way, you're starting over again, but you're starting over on a higher frequency, a higher level. And I keep hearing rising tide, and I keep seeing like a boat, a ship. And the wave is getting bigger, and you're riding that wave. That's that Two of Pentacles. You're riding that wave. You have great resources around you and within you. There is a level of abundance that you have within you that you need to more tap into and put those gifts that you have to quote unquote work, right? Wow, you know what? I saw this card. I love when this happens. When I was shuffling, this card peeked out, and now it just flew out. Creative compass, into the unknown, but you are never really lost. Be nimble, curious, and flexible. Trust. Not everything has to be understood, only experienced. That is the protection. That's the movement, but that's also weird, the unknowable, the secrets. There's about to be secrets revealed to you. Some of you, it's universal secrets. Some of you, it's secrets about other people where you're like, oh, that's why they did that, or that's what they're about. But you are being guided into the unknown, into a new level. You just have to live this part. You can't pre-think this part. But you are protected. You have Spirit's protection. You have the protection of the higher self. I'm hearing again to mention to you to pay attention to openings that seem small or insignificant, because they're not. Even if that opening or opportunity doesn't come from that person or that situation or that temporary job or whatever it is, you're galvanizing an energy, you're galvanizing a frequency, a vibration of abundance, you're gathering it, you're galvanizing it. And so that is what is like this ship That is what is moving you in this new direction. You've got movement and travel, voyage, bon voyage, rado. It's like a radio. Some of you are going to be doing something with a radio or podcast, something using your voice as a means of expression. It could even be singing, could be toning. Some of you I hear working with sound. So there's a lot here, but know that just be aware and observe who and what is around you and say yes to those opportunities. All right, so let's get you a Spirit's message to the Astrodice. What they need to know most. Wow, second house. Second house, right? Second house. You've got Jupiter. This couldn't be more clear. Jupiter in Scorpio in the second house. Now, that is money. That is increase financially, but it's also increase in how self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about how you came into this world and what you have, what you know, how you look. You know, the Scorpio energy. Now, some of you could be also making money with the occult or using occult or using divination to navigate your path at this time. Again, you've got this movement, the navigator, and you have the compass here, the creative compass. So let the spirit be your guide, the higher self. Let yourself be guided also by what you find is interesting, fun, curious, creative, joyful. Let yourself be guided. Even if something seems small, go, okay, I have the time to do that. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do that. The message for you is just show up. Just show up. Follow through. All right, so your Soul Insights mantra to support you on your path is, I am showing up in my life shining, and I am following through the openings. That's all you have to do right now. Follow through the openings. That's it. Whatever that means to you. Follow up, follow through, and just show up. No matter how you feel, just show up. Just say, okay, I'm here. Let's see what I do. What's next? Be available. Be available in May. All right, so I'm going to do the extended on Patreon. If you join me there, that's great. Otherwise, if you don't, I hope to see you in another reading. Let me know how life is unfolding for you on your soul path in the comments if you feel a resonance. I'd say on here, put a boat, a ship, an apple, a sun, whatever you're connecting into this reading, name it and claim it. You are moving forward. You are protected. Expect the abundance. Expect the goodies to start coming now. All right, so I'm going to give you a gong for that. Expect abundance, expect movement, expect opportunity, expect that you are protected at this time. All righty. Talk to you next time. Lots of love and light. Hello, if you chose Soul Story number 4, this is your reading. As I'm shuffling, because I'm shuffling cards in between the readings, I'm hearing everything they do is magic. A little bit of magic. Also, I was hearing, don't go for the fool's gold. Don't go for what seems temporary. Like, this is not the time to skip steps for you. This is the time to really follow through and check things out in May. Now, you did get the Holy Grail, which is inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And this is why in May you want to be very open, kind of curious, but you also want to be discerning. You want to have spiritual discernment and not jump into something or jump out. It's kind of like a look, but in a playful way. There's going to be more openings or options for you. Now, Holy Grail in Jungian psychology, we look at it as the inner masculine and inner feminine, a perfect balance. Inner masculine, inner feminine, the electrical or the magnetic. The Holy Grail is opening to the abundance of the world, of the universe, of the cosmos, of the all that is. And it's finding what you're seeking within you. And I always say, well, it's a principle in advanced metaphysics also, or esotericism, that we move from seeking to finding to being. But then every new level we seek, we find, and then we are that. We become what we already are. So you are what you seek. You're becoming what you already are on a soul level. It's a very transcendent time for you right now, where it may even be that lower level concerns or worries aren't bothering you as much or at all, where you're really feeling the purity of spirit within you. You're really communing with the divine. And that's also because you're seeing that you have this holy grail within you. You have this gift, this nugget, this pyrite nugget. You are the gem. You have this nugget of inspiration, insight. You have this gift. Now, soul story number 3 may have some goodies for you too. This nugget, though, is also what you thought wasn't worth anything or wasn't worth very much is going to be worth a lot. Now, some of you, I hear this is something you're going to throw away or you almost threw away, and then you realize, oh my God, thank God, I need that. Or you're selling something maybe at auction or, resale store or thrift store or antique store, and you're like, oh my God, I got so much money from that. So it's literal, but it's also figurative, that some gift, some approach, some way you do something is you're going to see as more valuable, and also someone else is going to see that. There's something about an external value, like this is worth a lot. This is very valuable. So something that you're doing is going to be seen more valuable. Some of you are catching up. The world is catching up to you. You have some ideas that have been ahead of your time, or you haven't had the option, the technology to do, or the capability. I'm also hearing something with AI, with ChatGPT, maybe Midjourney. But you could be using technology in a different way. Let's see what this is. I want to hold this. Yeah, conjunction and alliance. 51-6, harmonizing. 5, creativity. 1, your own path. There's something freeing up for you in your life, whether it's your self-expression, your artistic ability, some gift that you have. It almost reminds me of somebody that uses apps in a certain way to express themselves, that in a way that they couldn't express themselves before. You're going to find your outlet, soul story number 4. You're going to find your outlet that brings this abundance, this love, this feeling really good, that's going to fill you up. May for you is about fulfillment. The changes that come for you are all about filling back up, fulfillment. And also acting upon what you know and following through on what has potential. Taking what has potential and making it a reality. So you could be creating something from scratch, foundation, building from the foundation up. Okay, let's see, just nice on the bottom, structure, building from the foundation up. Yeah, Pluto, see, rebirth, that's building from the foundation up. Pluto is getting deep, deep into something. 27, 9 energy. I feel like the numerology this month is going to be really good for you to look at. Now, collectively, the numerology, we're in a 49, which distills to 13-4. So it's revolution. So you're getting a revolution. Something's revolutionizing in your 6th house, sustainability. Now, if you've been looking, and then this is, structure. You got to create new structure for what's coming in. Or you've been creating the structure. Now, this could be a routine, daily routine. This could be structure into diet, nutrition, how you're treating your body, mental, emotional health. What keeps you in the tippy-toppy shape? What keeps you feeling magic and that your body and your life is magic? What keeps you into this space of sacredness, of being filled up, being fulfilled? That's that abundance, what it is you're wanting. You are that. You have that within you, deep within you, or etherically, dimensionally. So there is something that you're kind of seeing within yourself, that you're going to start seeing the reflection of the beauty of who you are and what you're about. But Spirit wants you to create. Okay, let me just see. There's something. Look at this spherical here. It's nautical too. You've got to build a better structure to support what you want to do and where you want to go. You have to make changes in your schedule. This is the rebirth. For what you want and where you want to go, you have to work more with yourself. I am getting that there's been a part of you that's perhaps been fighting the changes, or there's always a part of our inner psyche that doesn't shift at the same time. So there could have been some resistance. Now you're going to see less resistance. You're going to see all parts. And in transpersonal therapy, transpersonal psychology, we have in psychosynthesis, the work that I do, we have different parts, different aspects of self. So there was one aspect of self that had to have a lot of healing due to past, life, trauma, et cetera, et cetera. You know what it is. And then one that, was kind of still healing, and one that's been kind of holding on to an old way of doing something, or an old perception. So the very perception of how you see things is changing. There's a new focus. It's more heart-based, but not heart-based, just emotional. It's heart-based on understanding your heart or following your heart. But 44-8 is a turning point, is reevaluation. So I feel March and April, you could have been reevaluating something in your life, especially around March. You had to redo or look at how am I eating? What am I doing? What is my schedule? What's my plan? What do I do? What is it serving me? Is it helping me? What's the new plan? What's the new structure so that I can live from this and have this abundance, this prosperity, this nugget? How can I take care of this gem that I am? This gold nugget that I have, that I am on this planet, what I'm meant to do. What is best that supports me? It's going to be different for different. Is it food? Is it nutrition? Is it your schedule? Is it how much you sleep? Is it your mental, emotional state? Do I need certain supplements? Do I need vitamin? Do I need this? Do I need that? What is it? What is the schedule? That's what May happens. That's what you tap into May. Because I keep hearing you're going to see and feel yourself more as sacred and what you want to do sacred. The new emerging, we connect to the new emerging consciousness as we're in this new paradigm. We're moving from just simply tolerating people and situations and ourselves to respecting and then to honoring. So this is really about sacred union within. That's the Holy Grail. You're going to have an experience of the sacred union within, the sacred union that you are. You are this sacred union. The sacredness, the yin and the yang, the divine feminine. I'm taking a lot of these cards, but I'm hearing they tell the story, Chiron healing, that's it. Look at that. This is what you're getting from all this healing and the integration from the healing, the processing, the making whole. That is the Holy Grail. Holy coming from wholeness. When we say Holy Spirit, it's the whole spirit. It's all, the yin, the yang, the black, the white, the gray, all shades and colors, shadow, light, everything. This, because this chironic healing is creating some kind of awakening to the truth and beauty of not only what you are, who you are, but what you possess. You're going to be going on some kind of retreat or There's something you're looking at to satisfy within your life. There's something on a deeper level that you want healed, or it is healed, but now you want it expressed. What card is this? Descended, an invitation. Yes, you're getting the invitation from life. Accept those invitations that you're getting. And then we have the 10th house, authority. Right under Pluto. So this transformation is putting you in an expert status, abundance. 6th house. So here's a term I love, bunchy. It's a very professional term. Sometimes we live life bunchy. We live, constricted. This is about opening up how you live on a day-to-day basis, seeing the abundance in what you have daily. Are you able to get the coffee? Are you able to go to the Starbucks or, a great cafe and get a cappuccino? Are you able to go out to dinner, with family or friends or significant other? Are you able to meet a friend for a tea or a coffee? Are you, what kind of car do you have? Are you able to put gas in the car or electric, whatever it is? You see what I'm saying? Do you have a computer? All these things. Spirit is asking you, look at your environment, look at what you have, look at what sustains you. Look at what you've created. Look what you've drawn in. You have that power. So you're connecting to the inner authority within you, your own, what we call the 10th inner authority. This is about being the expert in your own life, taking responsibility, accountability. This is about really showing up very full and fulfilled in your life. Now, some of you have a very transformative energy around you where you're able to, I feel, an alchemist transmute energy to help others heal. You're not just doing this for yourself. Some of you are helping others heal and transform their energy or their life. Some of you do this through potions. Some of you do this through herbs. Some of you do this through food. Some of you do this through healing, magic. Some of you through sound. Some of you through music. Some of you through toning. Some of you through your voice. Some of you therapeutically. Some of you by listening and having the space to create that sacred space or allow the sacred space. Something is changing in your environment that allows things to open up, to ease up and open up. There is a new level of fulfillment that is coming in for you, and that's going to bring the feeling of I can do it, I can do it, I can do what I need to do, I can do anything. Now I always put the caveat within your soul's path and purpose, within your soul design, your soul matrix. But this is a lot of you, by your own life experience, your own wisdom, you could do very well financially. Some of you are very well respected in your field, and you're starting to embrace that more. I think you might have overlooked some of your gifts. Some of you may have been overlooked at one point in your life. That's changing. The transformative process that you've been going through, if you felt a little bit out of sorts, things are going to get more organized. You're going to get more grounded. You're going to have much more stability coming up in your life. So if you felt things are a bit out of sorts, the stability is coming in. Let's see what we got here, under here. 4 of Cups. Okay, here we go. The Devil, Saturn. You're learning how to build structure. You're learning how to create on the earth plane. And we've got the 7 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. You're learning, too, that you have to take care of your body. You have to take care of the material aspect of life, material possessions, your body. And you have to sometimes persevere. The Page of Cups. I'm going to put these here, and then we have a rune card and 7. Look at that.
Okay, the shift that seems to happen for you, the lovers, is that you stop overly pushing and trying to make something happen. Saturn energy can, yeah, it can be challenging, it can be a little bit, difficult, but there is a way to work with Saturn energy if we don't resist it. Saturn energy, if we resist, and look what you've got here, Saturn and Jupiter, kind of the complementary here, the opposite to the complementary. You've got expansion and abundance, and you've got structure. But a lot of you are coming out of a time, there we got Ace of Cups. You're coming out of a time of constriction or limitation because you've been working within some kind of limitation, some kind of inner growth. You've been processing a lot. We've got 9 of Swords on the bottom. And this has come from resistance. Now, psychologically, resistance is part of our human existence. So it kind of makes sense. Or was someone resisting you and your plans? Or was circumstances causing this? Some of you, there is a need to address vitamins, minerals, supplements, mental health, mental emotional health, body. There could be attention to the physical aspect of life right now. That is the devil. That's the Saturnian aspect of the devil. The devil is lived backwards. It has to do with the earth plane. The devil is a very important initiation because it has to do with earth. We have memories of manifesting and creating things through thought, through mentalism, through the mental plane. But here you have to put in the effort, the time, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands. This group, if you're connecting to this soul story, there's been a lot of effort. You've had to trust, have courage, follow through, follow up, do it, redo it, do it over, to the fact of where you just want to check out, where you're like, I can't take this anymore, I can't do this. But this work, this Saturnian work that you have, is bringing in some kind of opening or opportunity on a 3D level. It's something tangible offer, tangible job, more money. You're learning how to work with what is tangible. But it's taking its toll and it's taking its time, but that's the invitation or initiation. It's the invitation into the realm of structure and form. And finding that spirit is in all structure and form. Spirit is in the material. So when you see that and feel that, you tap into the abundance and not the drudgery. That's what you're coming out of, the drudgery. So we have Capricorn energy here and we have Gemini energy here. So you're transmuting energetically to transform the mind, the thoughts, specifically the lower mind. The mind of logic and reason, of beliefs that have been passed on, whether generationally, family, ancestral lineage, societal, educational, governmental, wherever you went to school, wherever you live. These beliefs you're having to shift. And as you shift, there is this kind of inner awakening that's taking place, where you're getting through what you need to get through. It may be very circular right now. You might go, oh my God, is there any end in sight? Or I keep hitting the same spot, but you're not. You're hitting the same spot, but rising above. It's not exactly the same spot because it's different vibrationally. It's different energetically. The frequency of you is changing. So a lot of you have had to take a mental time out and just connect into the flow of things, or flow of life, the emotional aspect of you, the spiritual aspect, your spirit. Now there still is that tendency to watch and observe. The watch pot doesn't boil. I think it does, but it takes a long time, or it seems like it takes a long time. How do you make what you're doing, the inner idea, the inner wealth?
How do you make what you see inside internally add up to some kind of level of abundance and finance? So there is definitely increase financially. There's a new direction. There's something paying off that is going to help you. You're looking at a routine that can sustain you in your life, that's sustainable. Like you might work on a project, maybe 3 months and you're working 18-hour days. That's not sustainable. So you're going to have to shift your schedule. There's something shifting in your schedule. You're going to have to make changes into your routine to get the results that you want. And I feel May does that. In May, you tap into something new, some resource within you. Pluto has to do with inner resources. You tap into some inner resource or inner strength that kind of gets you over that hump, that gets you some kind of acknowledgement, acclaim, increase financially, feeling better health-wise. For some of you, this could even be some kind of gift. This could be a lot of people recognizing you, an opening or door, but it gets you through things. So then you're trusting your intuition and your insights more, and you're moving forward. So really connect into this. The gold is within you. You have the gold within you. I fear for some of you, you're not going to be able to do that. Or you've doubted yourself, or someone else doubted you, or you're stretching out in a different way, and it's going to work for you. You have the Holy Grail, the cup, the goblet, and then you have the Ace of Cups. That is a gift. You are a gift to yourself, to those around you in the world, but you're also tapping into some flow state that's getting you through the challenges in May, getting you into that abundance. Now, this is great. So this is kind of emotional, psychic. This is something that comes through that gives you great satisfaction, in a sense of fulfillment, perhaps emotional satisfaction, but it also brings in some kind of tangible gift, tangible. I just heard receipt of money. The money is coming through. So some of you have been waiting for money. It's coming through. I just heard if you're staying for another year, some of you, if you're staying for another year, and then you're going to be able to move on from the current job. Okay, that's a message for someone there. Let's see. Let's get the most resonating message for soul story number 4. Yeah, you're going to be doing everything that you need to do to move forward, or be in a better position for what it is that you're focused on at this time. That's the 6th house, whether it's your routine, your schedule, how you eat, how you think. This is also about a mind shift. This is adjusting your mind. Some of you, it's taking the ability to take time out, but do not stubbornly hold on to what is ending or leaving, winding out. Look at that. Okay, you have the growth. Yeah, growing pains, Theraz. So you've got Burkano here, the growth. There's a growth, but you are on your path to destiny, the mystery, Pertho. So yeah, there are growing pains right now. There is challenges because of the growth. And some of you I want to just get out. I don't want to think about it. I need a break. Take a break. Take a little break. But you're going to get on a roll. Maybe there's a roll. Things are moving. There's some kind of new direction or breakthrough. But to get there is still a bit challenging. I get that. There's a challenge. Let's see if there's another message. Fertility of ideas. Some of you, this is something you're creating or manifesting. It's like, yeah, it takes its time, but look what it brings. Feel abundance and wealth. That is great. So please follow through on that idea. Take the time, whether you have to work on weekends or whatever you're doing. Give yourself the time to do what it is that you want to do, whatever you're focusing on, because it is going to pay off. Whether it's a personal goal, creative goal, business goal, manifesting goal, relationship goal, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. you've got increase, abundance, wealth. You've got abundance there. You're creating the structure so you have this. It just takes a while. Some of you are changing so you do have the time and the structure in place so you can do more of something or do more on your own or do more with someone. This could be family, that you have some time for family or time to have a family or time to draw in a partner or spend more time with your partner. That's all going to happen. This is beautiful. You're just in the growing pains of things because this is really, in truth, where you're at. You're in this amazing place of abundance. But they're growing pains. You're having to work through the earth plane. Restriction, constriction, building, planning. Really focus on the body, health. Some of you it's fitness. Some of you it's mental health, emotional health, mental, emotional health. Spirit, what nurtures your spirit. Make sure you're not over planning or overdoing. Keep a balance with that. And it's doing all that you can throughout your day. Wow, I'm just going to show this. You're moving past regret. Look at that. Yeah, there's moving past regret here. Okay, I just saw that, but I think that's the heavier energy. Oh, I could have done this. I could have been this far. I should have done that, blah, 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 blah. But you're moving, that's human. That's human. You're processing that. But I'm telling you, whatever you're working on or whatever's inside you, whatever is going on, you've got the alliance of spirit. You've got the alliance of your higher self. As soon as I said alliance of spirit, it flew out. What is this? Compass. Oh, soul story number 3 got this. Didn't I say soul story number 3 might have a little bit of, some messages for you? There's a little bit of a crossover. Into the unknown, but you are never really lost. Be nimble, curious, and flexible. Trust. Not everything has to be understood, only experienced. That's the Holy Grail, is the experience of life, love, the experience of seeking, finding, being, the seeker. The Holy Grail is the seeking in life. Now, here's the key for you, and all of us really. How do you do that without getting stuck or mired into, I have to, I'm supposed to, make it happen? That's the key for you right now, because you do have a lot to focus on, a lot of work. You're in a process, whatever it is you're building or creating or opening up to. There is not just timing. There's this about time. You have to put the time in. You have to focus on the time. It's putting the time in. It's changing your schedule, making a schedule that you can put the time in. You have to follow through. You have to show up. You have to have due diligence. There's steps to what you're doing. But the payoff is amazing. Is feel, wealth, abundance. This is the payoff right here. Right here. So I think it's worth it. Just my humble opinion. Now let's get a message from Spirit through the Astro Dice. And by the way, on Patreon, I'd go a little bit deeper. And there's other goodies there. Ooh, look at this. North Node. In Sagittarius, there's that Jupiter energy. Wow. In the 6th house. There it is. Okay. There's your message. 6th house. What you need to do is don't be overly focused mentally on what you have to do. Don't overthink things. Don't overthink, oh God, I got to do this now today. I got to do that. And then you don't want to do anything because you're like overwhelmed. Don't overwhelm yourself. Take the bigger view. Take the expansive view, even with the 6th house thing, which has to do with details. The to-do list, your health, fitness, it's all the earthy things. Hygiene, nutrition, take the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture? Tap into that's also the Holy Grail. Tap into the bigger picture of what it is that you want to do. The bigger mindset. If you're having trouble with something or having trouble having a mental shift or, being motivated, tap into spirit, spirituality, philosophy, create a philosophy that supports where you are. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to create a philosophy and follow it through with action that supports where you are and what you're focused on. All right, Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, I take a more, I see the bigger view. I take an expanded view of my life and consciousness here on earth. That's it. You got to bring the spirit into the material, the higher consciousness, the expanded consciousness and awareness into your everyday little life, into your all your little to-dos, everything that you have to do. See it through that lens instead of overly detail-y, Yeah, that's it. All right, Soul Light, if I don't see you on Patreon, I will see you in another reading. Have a beautiful May. Lots of love and light.